Hello student, last time we have already considered what is meant by the metastable state. Metastable state is nothing but excited state whose lifetime is long. And the next, what are the different methods of achieving population inversion? The first method, optical pumping. Second method, electrical discharge. Third method, inelastic atom-atom collision. Fourth one, thermal pumping. Fifth one, chemical reaction. And sixth one, the direct conversion. These are actually the methods for achieving the population inversion. Today, we are going to discuss the pumping schemes. What are the different pumping schemes are used? And under this topic, pumping scheme, today we are going to discuss 3-level pumping scheme. We all are familiar with laser medium is very important one. The laser medium in which the laser action takes place, that medium we call it as a active medium. Means in active medium laser action takes place. Again, active medium, that may be in the form of the gas, in the form of the solid, in the form of the liquid, or in the form of the semiconductor. Different type of active mediums. There are such substances in which the electrons, once excited, they remains in excited state for a long time. Such system we call it as an active system. And you remember that atom is characterized by the number of energy levels. Means when we consider the atom, this is nucleus, first orbit, second orbit, third orbit, fourth orbit, fifth orbit, number of orbit. And for each and every orbit, this is energy level, E2 energy level, E2, E1, E3, here is E4, E5, in this way. Means atom is characterized by the number of energy levels. But out of that number of energy levels, 2 energy levels, E1 and E2, or 3 energy levels, E1, E2, E3, or 4 energy levels, E1, E2, E3 and E4. 2 energy level, 3 energy level, or 4 energy level. These are related to the pumping scheme only. And you remember that accordingly, how many energy levels are used for pumping scheme? That pumping schemes are classified into 3 types. 2-level pumping, second one 3-level pumping, and fourth one 4-level pumping. 2-level pumping means 2 energy levels are used. 3 energy level means 3 energy levels are used, and 4-level pumping means 4 energy levels are used. But out of that, 2-level pumping scheme, or with the help of the 2-level pumping scheme, it is impossible to achieve the population inversion we have already considered. The reason behind is that out of that two, one is ground state and the another is excited state. And the lifetime of excited state is very small, 10 raised to minus 8 seconds, and due to this, it is impossible to achieve the population inversion with the help of the two-level pumping. That's why we are going to explain three-level pumping scheme. Three-level pumping scheme. Again, for each and every pumping scheme, laser medium is considered, and that laser medium is active. When we consider this laser medium and that laser medium is active, laser medium that may be solid, liquid, gas or semiconductor. Three level means within this three energy levels are there. Three energy levels are there. This is first, this is second, and this is third. Here is the energy level is E1, energy level is E2, energy level is E3. Out of that three energy levels, E1 we call it as a ground state. We call it as a ground state. E2 and E3 we call it as a excited state. We call it as a excited state. Or another name for pumping scheme point of view, this we maybe call it as a pump state. And this we call it as a metastable state. These are actually the three states, E1, E2, E3. These two are excited state. Particularly we call it as a pump state and metastable state and ground state. We are familiar with what is meant by the metastable state. Again, these three levels are considered. In addition to this, n atoms are there. Means number of atoms within that medium, n atoms are there. Out of that n atoms, n1 atoms they are in energy level E1, n2 atoms they are in energy level E2, and n3 atoms they are in energy level E3. And n1 plus n2 plus n3 that must be equal to n atom. Means active medium with n atoms, three energy levels, and these are actually the situation. When we consider these three levels, you remember that energy level E1 is less as compared to E2 and as compared to E3. This is actually the energy levels. Means E1 is less as compared to E2 and E2 is less as compared to E3. But what about the number of atoms in N1, N2, A3? Total atoms are N and they are distributed in three levels, N1, N2, A3. When we consider, that is for, here is the normal condition. Normal condition point of view, at normal condition, number of atoms in energy level E1 is large as compared to the number of atoms in energy level N2 and as compared to that is energy level in N3. Means number of atoms present in these energy levels, that is very large, very large. But number of atoms in these energy levels, that is only few atoms are present there. This is the situation for, that is under normal condition. Means laser medium is considered, three energy levels. Out of that, E1 is less than E2 is less than E3. Again, that is the normal condition. Number of atoms in energy level E1 is large as compared to this N2 and as compared to N3. After that, we are familiar with this energy level E1 is highly populated as compared to these two energy levels. As compared to this energy level. And when the population inversion occur, what will happen? N2 is greater than N1 as well as N3. How will you achieve this population inversion? Okay, this is actually the initial situation. When the energy supplied, and if energy supplied means that is actually the photon in the form of the photons, and that photon energy is h mu, and if this energy is equal to E3 minus E1, energy supplied to the laser medium, and supplied energy, if it is equal to difference of these two energy, E3 minus E1, at that time that energy is absorbed by these atoms, and that atoms jumps to the level E3, and moment of the atom, that is from energy level E1 to E3, that we call it as a pump transition. Again, due to this energy supplied continuously, what will happen? Again, the next atom comes into this, number of atoms. Pump transition from E1 to E3. But lifetime of this energy E3 is very short. Short means that lifetime is near about 10 raised to minus 8 second. Lifetime of energy E3 is 10 raised to minus 8 second. After 10 raised to minus 8 second, what will happen? This atom come back to the energy level E2. When this atom comes back to the energy level E2, at that time what will happen? It releases energy, but that energy is radiation less. Transition. Radiation less. Means this is very the fast decay from E3 to E2. But it releases energy, no doubt. But that energy release is not in the form of the photon. That is in the form of the thermal. Means radiation less transition occur here between E3 and E2. Means that atom comes back to the metastable state. We are already familiar with what is meant by the metastable state. This is again an excited state. But the lifetime of that excited state is long, and that lifetime is near about 10 raised to minus 6 to 10 raised to minus 3 second. Means the lifetime of this E2 is 10 raised to 3 to 10 raised to 6 times the lifetime of E3. Means lifetime of this energy level E2 or metastable state is longer. It is 10 raised to 3 to 10 raised to 6 times more as compared to the lifetime this. And that's why the atom coming from this, they all are accumulate here. Here is a transition, again that atom come back here, again come back here, again come back here, again come back here. Means large number of atoms are accumulate in energy level E2. And when the number of atoms accumulated in energy level E2 greater than the number of atoms in ground state, at that time we can say that the population inversion occur. Means for population inversion of point of view, n2 is greater than n1. n2 is greater than n1. Why the population inversion occur? The reason behind is that here is the lifetime is longer and it is 10 raised to 3 to 10 raised to 6 times more as compared to energy level E3. And when here is actually the population inversion is occur. What will happen after the population inversion occur? See, situation, energy supplied. Due to the supply of energy, transition takes place E1 to E3. That is the pump's transition. Due to that pump transition, there is a jumping of the atom from ground state to the excited state E3. But lifetime of this energy state is very small. That's why number of atoms decays to energy level E2 after a short time. But here is actually the lifetime is large. That's why number of atoms are accumulated here. When the population inversion occur, and after the lifetime of this metastable state is complete, what will happen? Means lifetime is 10 raised to minus 6 to 10 raised to minus 3. And when this lifetime complete, what will happen? The first atom, this first atom come back to the ground state, and when it comes back to the ground state, at that time it emits a photon, and the energy of that photon must be equal to difference of these two energy levels. Means photon energy is h mu, that must be equal to E2 minus E1. Means after completion of this lifetime of the metastable state, the first atom jumps from metastable state to the ground state by the process of spontaneous emission. Spontaneous emission is occur. That atom by itself jumps from metastable state to the ground state, and at that time one photon is emitted. Means suppose in metastable state, these are actually the number of atoms. These are actually the number of atoms in metastable state. Number of atoms, they are in metastable state. When the first atom jumps from metastable state to the ground state, it emits a photon. The energy of the photon must be equal to E2 minus E1. And the first photon emission is by the spontaneous emission. But when this photon, emitted photon, when it is interact with another atom in metastable state, means suppose this is the photon is emitted, and if suppose this photon is emitted to the next atom present in metastable state, at that time what will happen? It stimulates that atom to jump from metastable state to the ground state, and that's why this first photon and this atom again jumps from E2 to E1, again it emits a photon, two photons are emitted. Means first photon, that first photon stimulate the another one, again it emits the second photon, two photons are emitted. But second photon is emitted by using the technique stimulated emission. Remember that after completion of the lifetime of the metastable state, the first photon is emitted by spontaneous emission. That first photon interacts with the atom present into the metastable state, and that forces that atom to jump from metastable to ground state. It means that the two photons are emitted. These two photons, here is actually the situation. First photon is emitted. This first photon that is triggered to this. Again these two photons are emitted. These two photons again triggered to the another two photon, means total 4 photons are emitted. Means these 2 photon again interact with the another 2 atoms of the metastable state. Again these 2 atoms emit the 2 photon, total 4 photon. Again these 4 photons stimulate the another 4 atoms in metastable state. Means these 4 again new 4, total 8 photons. In this way, that is actually the emission of, that is actually the photons, that is increases, multiplication of the photons emitted. It means that initially only single photon is emitted, and with the help of that single photon, number of photons are emitted by using the technique stimulated emission. And for laser action point of view, stimulated emission concept technique is very important one. And second point, population inversion is again important one. In this way the photons are emitted and here is the amplification of the light takes place. Amplification means all photons they are emitted having the same energy, same frequency, same wavelength, and they all are in same phase and in the same direction. And that's why when all these photons they are moving in the same direction, they add constructively and we get the resultant amplitude of that is very large, and that's why the light obtained from that is actually the laser, that is very intense. That is very intense. Means this is actually the situation, population inversion occur, and as soon as the number of atoms in metastable state is less as compared to the ground state, population inversion is ended and laser action stop. Laser action stop. Again supply the energy. Again the same process occur. Number of atoms in excited state again come back to the metastable state, and after that again the process by stimulated emission and spontaneous number of photons are emitted. This is actually the situation. After considering all these things, here is the, then when we use three energy levels, such type of laser we call it as a 3-layer laser. We call it as a 3-layer laser. You remember that. The next one. What are the drawbacks of this 3-level pumping scheme? The first drawback, you remember that when we use 3-level pumping scheme, at least more than 50% atoms of ground state, more than 50% atoms of the ground state, that must be converted into the metastable state. When the number of atoms in metastable state is greater than 50 as compared to the ground state, at that time population inversion is occur. It means that the pumping power required is very large. More than 50% atoms, they can be moved from ground state to the metastable state, and for that purpose pumping power requirement is large, or pumping energy required is large. In addition to that, in case of 3-level pumping scheme or 3-layer laser or 3-level laser, output in laser, you remember that system is not continuous. It is in the form of the pulses. Output obtained, it is not in the form, it is not continuous, it is in the form of the pulses. Means this is all about the 3-level pumping scheme. Today we are considering the pumping scheme related to 3-level pumping scheme. Next time we will see the 4-level pumping scheme. Today I am stop here. Okay, thank you.